Hello, thank you for joining me today on Tina's Timepieces. This is Tina, and today I've got this project watch. It's a pretty generic watch. There's no brand on the dial, no brand on the back. So that pretty well tells me that it is a relatively inexpensive watch, but this is a watch that a friend gave me to use as a project watch. So I've got some ideas rolling around in my head as to what I want to do with it. But I thought I would toss out to you, the viewers, and see if you would help me to figure out the best thing to do with this watch. Obviously, it needs a new watch strap. The dial is in fairly decent shape once it gets cleaned up. There is a fair amount of tarnishing on the case and some pitting as well, so that is going to need a lot of work. And as you can see, there's some deep pits here even. Well, I think maybe you can see it. Let me see if I can zoom in and give you a better view of that there. Especially right in here, this pit is a little bit deep. Some of these other ones aren't very deep and they'll sand out pretty well. Shouldn't be an issue, but this one here, and there may be some more under here once I get the sand gone. But I'm rolling around a couple ideas, like I said, and one of them is that I've been toying with the idea of electroplating, and being that this is in very rough shape and is a very inexpensive watch, this would be a good one for me to practice with. So if you have any ideas that would help me with the electroplating, if you have ideas other than electroplating, feel free to leave comment. And of course, like and subscribe. I'm open to any ideas. I've also, the friend that gave me this watch, he works at a Bible camp, and he found it in the Lost and Found. But as you can see from the state of the watch, with the sand, the tarnishing that's gone on, I envision what happened with the watch. And in my overactive imagination, I envision this as someone who was tubing down the river that goes through the camp, and it came off their wrist and it got stuck in the bottom of the river. And it sat there for a while, and that's how it got full of this sand and all this tarnishing. Now, it very well could just be it was in a driveway somewhere, or even alongside the river. There are a lot of paths along the river for hikes. But at any rate, because my brain went right to this watch falling in the river, I have dubbed this the River Watch. So, as I said earlier, if you have any ideas, any suggestions on what I can do to fix up this river watch, please leave a comment below and let me know. The first thing I need to do is figure out how to get the back off. Given that there are no notches, I'm assuming this is not one that screws. And I can see it looks like there may be a bezel on the front, because you can see this crease. I'm not sure if that's a bezel or if that's just part of the mold of the case. So I do need to figure out how this comes apart so I can get a battery and see if the movement works at all. Regardless, if I do go the route of plating, it won't matter if the movement works because I will need to practice anyway. But I really would like to restore the watch in all of its glory, get a crystal for it. As you can see, there's no crystal. I'm even toying with some ideas for the dial, and this is probably a very inexpensive dial material, and making a stencil and branding it River Watch, since that is what I have named it. So I would greatly appreciate any comments, and thank you for your time, and you guys have a wonderful day. Bye.